For 3 years, I was bedridden with a terminal diagnosis. We were pastors, and I had taught and witnessed healing for more than 15 years. And there came a point where the only prayer I could get out of my mouth was one word: help. And that was even faint. Not polished, not strong, just help. If you've ever felt like your faith wasn't big enough for the crisis you're in, this message is for you. Because here's what I need you to know. There are people right now sitting in the middle of brutal battles: sick bodies, broken marriages, prodigal children, financial devastation. And quietly, they feel like their faith isn't measuring up, like it's not strong enough, not confident enough, not working the way they thought it would. They're whispering one-word prayers in the dark and wondering if it even counts. This video is going to give you permission to be exactly where you are. By the end, you're going to understand the difference between performing your faith and actually living it. And you're going to see that God never needed your performance. He just wants you. This is what I learned lying in bed or on the couch for 3 years. Unable to take care of myself some days and unable to function at all most days. Watching people pray for a miracle that wasn't coming. 14 years ago, I sat in a doctor's office with my husband, Phillip, and heard the diagnosis: primary biliary cholangitis, autoimmune hepatitis, and a string of other autoimmune diseases. My liver was failing. We walked to the car in complete shock, and Phillip reached over. He grabs my hand and said, "You will live and not die, and we will see the goodness of God in the land of the living." That moment gave me peace I still can't fully explain, but I had no idea that peace would have to carry me through one of the hardest seasons of my life that lasted many years. I spent 15 years teaching faith, healing, and declarations. We had taught healing, we had witnessed miracles. We believed deeply that God could move. So when I got the diagnosis, I expected a quick miracle. Instead, it became a battle that lasted years. 3 years bedridden or on the couch. 5 years barely leaving the house. And people, good people, started saying the same things I had once taught. Don't speak that. Don't declare that. Say something different. But I was dying. And what I needed most was not correction. I needed presence. That season taught me something I will never forget. God never needed my performance, even when I thought I was just doing what faith was supposed to look like. He just wanted me. And when someone is barely holding on, asking them to deny their reality doesn't build their faith. It erases them. While I was fighting for my life, my husband was fighting a battle nobody could see. He held everything together. He held everyone together. He showed up every day. He took care of me. And everyone asked how I was doing, but almost nobody asked him how he was doing. The strong ones are often the ones breaking quietly. And that changed how I see people forever, because everyone is carrying something. I had spent my life being the one who poured out, and then I became the one lying there, unable to show up, unable to function, unable to be who I used to be. And that kind of loss changes you, because you start asking, who am I if I can't be who I used to be? It's a terrifying place, but I also realized it's a sacred one. I watched people get tired. I could see it. The confusion, the questions, the exhaustion. And even though I knew I couldn't heal myself and I couldn't control the timing, I felt responsible. That is a lonely place to be. If you're in a battle that's taking longer than anyone expected, you're not responsible for how long it takes. And I see you. There came a point where I had nothing left. No strength, no declarations, no words, just one word: help. And God didn't leave. That one word became one of the most powerful prayers I've ever prayed, because sometimes faith doesn't sound strong. Sometimes faith is just not quitting. We flew to Germany because it was our last shot. My body was failing, and Philip was told he may need to figure out how to bring a body back into the States. He refused. Sometimes faith isn't loud. Sometimes it's just not quitting. After my body started healing, I fell apart emotionally in a major way. I had severe anxiety and panic attacks. I went to counseling. I took medication. I went for prayer. I felt ashamed for needing all of it. When we closed the church and moved, I carried a weight I didn't know how to name. It was guilt for stepping away, guilt for not being who people expected me to be, guilt that maybe I had let people down. And underneath that was fear. Fear of judgment, fear of being misunderstood. So in that place, I started deleting everything. Our church pages, our videos, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, years of our life I erased. Not because it wasn't real, but because I didn't know how to carry that season forward. And I was in such a bad place, a dark place, and I regret it. So if you ever feel the urge to erase your past, for the love of all things, I beg you, don't. And everything. The sickness, the loss, and not knowing if I even had a future. I sat on a balcony one morning and felt something I hadn't felt in years. It was hope. It wasn't loud, it wasn't overwhelming, and it didn't fix everything all at once, but it was there. And for the first time in years, my thoughts started turning forward again, not toward survival, but toward a future. I started dreaming quietly, a different life, fresh start, things that felt completely impossible at the time. And slowly, life started again, not all at once and not perfectly, not without bumps in the road, but it started. And today, so many of the things I once whispered in that season are part of my everyday life. If you take anything from this, your faith doesn't have to sound strong to be real. Sometimes it's just help, and that counts. If you're in a season where everything still feels uncertain, a new chapter is still possible. And if your next chapter includes real estate here on the Alabama Gulf Coast, I'd truly be honored to help you. And if this story resonates with you, there are so many more layers to it. What it looked like in the middle of the battle, what it looks like on the other side, and everything in between. I'm still learning along the way. I'm going to keep sharing it all, honestly and vulnerably. So if you're looking for hope, encouragement, or just someone who understands, follow here, and I'll leave my information on the link below. And for today, I just want you to really be encouraged.